皆さんようこそ KMC Vibes、host Dwayne、DL、そして今日の、ゲスト、スペシャルゲスト、AINAKANNA、そして、Stacey and Tanya from Stellar Addiction in Australia. Stacey, you guys there?
Yeah, hey.
Hey, Stacey, Tanya. 挨拶しましょう。First time meeting.
Yeah.
Stacey and Tanya of Stellar Addiction and Aina and Kana of AINAKANNA.
Nice to meet you.
How are you?
How are you?
Good, thank you.
Cool. So, Aina, 元気？東京大丈夫？
元気、オリンピック始まりました。
カンナさんはなんか選手好きな選手とか
選手スケートの羽生結弦が
So yeah, the Olympics have started in Tokyo now, so everything is quiet with people watching from TV, right? Yes. Are you guys in Australia watching the Olympics?
I haven't watched it, but my sister and my family have been watching the whole time. So yeah,
Okay.
they got on last night and watched the opening ceremony.
Okay.
I had another appointment, but they were telling me that it was fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, quite すごいね。So let's see. Aina, Stellar Addiction は、when you guys were here twice, right? 2017 and 2018? 2016, 2017.
No, I think it was 17, 18.
17, 18. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Stellar Addiction は、まあ、東京、関西とか、ツアー、ジャパンツアー2回、2017年と2018年。で、まあ、結構好きだったけど、Did you guys, what was your like favorite part of the tour when you came?
Oh, wow. That's a loaded question. We were actually just watching one of the videos you sent through, Dwayne. And
where AINAKANNA were playing at Heaven's Door.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, we're gonna show that.
That was one of our favorite shows. I think it was maybe our first show in Japan.
Okay.
Was Heaven's Door, and it was really fun.
Okay.
And that took us back there. We were like, oh, that was so much fun. Yeah, it was like packed out, and it was really good.
Cool. じゃあ、そしたら、AINAKANNA これから紹介します。東京バンド、female duo AINAKANNA、ちょっと自己紹介お願いします。
はい。We are AINAKANNA. Yeah. I am Aina Ogi and play piano and singing, songwriting. And I'm Kanna. I play drums and chorus.
awesome.
Cool.
One.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, so I hope I can get this right. I'm going to try to show the clip. So AINAKANNA made a video introducing Heaven's Door live club. And so I hope I can get this right. Keep your fingers crossed. So let's check out this clip from AINAKANNA.
Here is the Heaven's Door Sangen茶, one of the most underground vibe house in Japan. Today, we will have my birthday event. Yeah. Heaven's Door. 撮ってるよ。
Yeah, after I saw that, I was like, huh? Aina plays guitar?
Oh.
Because I've always seen her playing keyboard. And so I was like, いつからギター始まったの？
ギターは、so when my high school students started, ギターの方が多かったんですよ、ライブは、本当は。
She plays guitar more than keyboard. So.
Oh, okay,
アイナ、今、ちょっとライブできる？
今、
can you play live?
AINAKANNA is preparing for recording, so あんまりライブしてない。Not so.
Okay. So right now they're preparing for recording. 最新のライブはいつだった？ When was the last time you played a live gig?
My birthday event.
Okay.
In the video.
Yes.
Coming soon.
And so what's the deal with you guys in Australia?
We haven't been able to play a live show since.
It's been about a year and a half since we played
a public live show. We did one in the middle at like a school, but the big concerts and at like venues, like live music venues, pretty much hasn't been. It just started to come back, and now we've had another wave of COVID, and we're in lockdown again.
Okay. So man, things are pretty tough in Australia.
Yeah, we're in another lockdown. We're currently in week 4 or week 5. I can't even remember. Week 5 of complete lockdown again.
Wow.
So we can't leave we can leave our house, but only for
essentials,
to go to the supermarket or to like the doctor, pretty much, and that's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what have you guys been doing to like keep your creative juices going?
We did a Facebook Live gig last week with the Women's International Music Network. They did like a showcase for women artists. So we did that last week, which was cool. But yeah, we've just been like jamming. The days are kind of all rolling into one now.
Right.
It feels a bit
we
weird,
live quite far away. We live about an hour and a half away from
the rest of the band,
the boys in the band, Goldwyn and Danny. So we haven't actually been able to catch up with them for a little while, but Stacey and I have just been doing some at-home writing and stuff like that, and in preparation for if we come out, we've got some new material to go.
So Aina, なんか band, what's the band camp is like the music making website, like collaboration. AINAKANNA, are you on Bandcamp?
Bandcamp? No.
No. Okay. Get on Bandcamp. Has Stellar Addiction done any work on Bandcamp at all?
We're on there, but we haven't. It's not that big in Australia.
Okay.
I think we got on it for some international stuff and for maybe selling some music pre-Spotify. Or like when Spotify wasn't as big, we were using that. But we don't use it much.
A lot of people use it for demoing here. So people use it for like pre-release and demos and stuff like that. But I mean, there is a market for it, but it's not really the same kind of market that we're involved in, I guess. It's like a bit more underground, I suppose.
Okay. Because I've been talking with a lot of musicians, both Japanese and non-Japanese, about kind of the social networks that they use, and I've noticed there's a big difference. For example, most Japanese use Twitter, Aina, でしょ? And a lot of like, I was looking at Stellar Addiction's Twitter, and you guys are ancient. Stacey's like, no. So like, why? What's the reason for that?
I don't know. It's funny. I don't even have a personal Twitter.
I mean, the biggest reason is that I look after the Twitter account and I haven't done anything on it. So, I mean, that's probably the biggest reason that we don't use Twitter. But it's just not.
I think for bands here, Twitter's not as big. It's like Instagram. No. It was Facebook, and now it's more Instagram. And everyone's going to TikTok now. We're not on TikTok, but everyone's on the TikTok train now.
Aina, are you guys moving to TikTok?
No. No, I can't.
Yeah.
So difficult.
I'd still be on MySpace if I had my way.
Yeah. You know, I went on MySpace once, maybe like 3 years ago, and I caught like a bug from a virus or something. I was like, I'm never going on there ever again. Forget it.
Very cool.
Yeah. How many bands played at that birthday party?
5.
5. Mhm.
はい
Yeah. In Australia, when you guys play, usually how many bands are on each night?
It's usually 3, unless it's like a festival and then it's more, but just a normal like live venue, it's usually 3. That's kind of the standard.
So like what was the, I don't want to say strangest thing, but just like the biggest musical culture shock you guys had when you came to Japan?
Remember, what about the ninja band? That was pretty cool.
Yeah, there's seemed to be a lot of theatrics with Japanese bands. Like we saw a few bands that like had a bit of a theatre show kind of with it, whereas I guess we don't play with a lot of bands that put on theatrics like that. So that was...
We played with one band in Japan. I forget the venue, but I think they were just called the Ninja maybe. And they had one member was just being a ninja on stage. So they were playing the music and he was performing as a ninja on stage. And we were like, this is so cool. And there was like, a lot of the bands have a lot of people on stage too, which is cool here in Japan.
Right. Oh, the biggest thing though was playing in venues where everyone can smoke.
Yeah.
In Australia, you can't smoke inside venues. And so being in venues in Japan where people are smoking, it was a shock for us because we're not used to being indoors with cigarettes.
Okay. Aina, can you explain the difference now?
Now can't smoke in the live house.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, from 2020, last year, April, there was a law, basically no indoor smoking.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I found it really hard. I kept having to go upstairs. I have to go outside and breathe fresh air. Found it really hard.
Right. Yeah. So things have changed in terms of smoking indoors now.
Oh, cool.
There we go.
And I actually have not been indoors in a live venue, kind of like you guys. My last live gig was actually Hard Rock Cafe in February 22nd last year. So
right.
Yeah, I'm kind of a stranger to live music right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, seems like it's like that everywhere. I mean, it just
even when live music reopened in Australia, so bands could play, but the people watching were not allowed to stand up or dance or sing.
Oh, wow.
So we didn't want to play any shows like that because it was just weird. So yeah, even once it opened, it was like that for ages. And then people just were allowed to start standing up, and then we had the second round again. So.
Okay. So Aina and Kanna, why do you want to tour overseas? What is like your biggest dream of touring overseas?
Main reason, because my dream is beyond the words, but なんていうんだっけ、言葉の壁を
So right, beyond the language barrier. Right.
日本はね、なんか流行ってる音楽以外はそんなに興味ない人もいっぱいいるし、あとなんか世界に目を向けた方が日本で流行ってなくても受け入れてくれる人がいっぱいいるかもしれないと。
Yeah, so they're looking beyond, just like what's popular. The music that they're playing may not be, the trendy thing, but they want, there are people who like non-trendy music everywhere, So they're definitely interested to go over. Their main focus was Europe, but you can probably convince them to head to Australia.
One day when we open up, Europe's probably easier at the moment, but definitely.
Right.
Australia will be fun for you guys. I think there'd be some great, definitely be a market for you here. For sure.
Yeah, and it's all about going beyond the borders. So Kanna is talking about reaching beyond your own area and going overseas, reaching out to other groups of people, other music fans, definitely.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun doing that over the last year. We went overseas every year for about 6 or 7 years before COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So I think from 2014 to 2019, we went every year and sometimes twice a year to overseas. So Philippines, Japan, or Europe.
Okay.
And we had a lot of fun. It's some of the most fun that we've had playing music was overseas. So
really?
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, if you can, in terms of Stacey or Tanya, whatever kind of advice you could give, what do you think would be I don't want to put you on the spot, but what do you think would be your biggest advice on how to build a fan base? Because generally Japanese bands are typically dependent on their friends, inviting their friends and so on. But, actually building a fan base requires a lot more skill. Are there any tips or advice that you guys could give?
Well, I think it's really tough. I think the best thing you can do is be consistent.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to post on social media, do it consistently. So get on every day or get on every week, whatever it is, make sure that there's like a consistency in what you do. If you're going to release material, try and do it consistently, which is something we haven't done in the past 18 months. So, and, we've definitely felt that as a band as well. So I think whatever you do, be consistent with it and be passionate about it. I think, if you're true to what you're doing, then you'll naturally get people that love what you're doing.
Okay. それ、わかりました？
あんまりわからない。
I asked them, did they understand? They're like, yeah. Okay. Aina and Kanna went to Meiji Shrine, and they're going to show a little bit about the scenery of the Meiji area in Tokyo. So let's check that out.
Hi guys.
We are AINAKANNA. How are you doing?
Yeah. Today we are going to Meiji Shrine in Harajuku, Tokyo. Go out with AINAKANNA.
Yeah. This is spiritual place in Japan, in Tokyo.
Spiritual power. Let's feel. 何？涼しい。So cool. Before meeting got here in shrine. Dear Emma, how I wish you. イエーイ、できたー。はい、エマー。イエーイ。出ました。Lunch time. Yes. What's this? Soba, Japanese soba, and tempura. Sushi. Negi. Yeah. Let's eat. 抹茶グリーンティー皿をあれ皿をグリーンティーどうぞでだいぶテナント募集中になっちゃいましたね。ちょっと寂しいね。竹下通りの現状です。中ではありますが、皆さん頑張っていきましょう。いつか日本に遊びに来てね。
So, yeah, I'd like to thank you guys for being on today. Best of luck to you guys in Australia whenever you are. Does it look like you're gonna come out of this anytime soon?
No, it's sort of gotten worse in the last couple of days, and now we have people protesting here that they don't want to wear masks and they don't want the vaccine and they don't want to be in lockdown, and they're protesting about it, which I think is going to make it worse again. So, yeah, no, we think maybe it's meant to finish this week coming, but we think they're going to tell us there's going to be another 2 weeks at least.
The cases and the community transmissions are just going up and up and up. So
it's just an endless loop. Just
yeah. Lockdown loop.
Yeah. アイナ、東京の様子はどうなってるんですか？
東京も緊急事態宣言。
Just over and over and over and over. Yeah.
に入ってずっとだよね。
ずっと緊急事態宣言、マンボウ、緊急事態宣言。
Yeah, state of emergency and then release and state of emergency and release. Yeah. Yeah. Well, one day we'll get out of it. And when we do, we'll all celebrate and play music, right?
Yeah.
Please.
Okay. Well, I'd like to thank you guys again for coming on Zoom today for this interview. And ありがとうございました. Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Yes. All right.
Thanks so much.
Okay. See you the next time you come to Japan, you guys.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And see you in Australia.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks so much. See you later.
See you.
See you.